Hi everyone, today I'm going to be playing Legendary Civil War, which is the latest big expansion, and I thought before the game gets started, I will just show off what's new in this expansion, and I'll put a link on the screen if you'd like to skip straight to the game, but here is what is new. So this is based on the comic book version of Civil War, so the new warriors have recklessly tried to save some people, and in the process, a supervillain exploded, killing hundreds of civilians, and this has led to the Superhero Registration Act. And there are a group of superheroes, including Iron Man, who support the Superhero Registration Act, and that is why, depending on what side you're on, you can see Iron Man as a mastermind rather than one of the heroes we control. And opposing Iron Man's side are the Secret Avengers, led by Captain America himself. So we've got all sorts of new heroes here, and they are quite similar to what you'd expect from new legendary heroes, apart from one card and multiple copies of it. One card from each hero is one of these split cards, and these are quite interesting when they're in your hand. So if there is a Master Strike effect that says you need a certain symbol in your hand to be revealed, you can count all of these symbols as being in your hand. But when you play one of these cards, you pick which side of the card you are playing, so you've got a lot of choice in what you're doing, and it adds some variety to just picking Captain America from this expansion gives you this Battlestar card, and then certain types like Cloak and Dagger, for example, their entire deck is split cards, apart from their most expensive card, which actually seems really interesting. Whenever you play a divided card, play both sides as if they were two different cards. One of the new keywords in Civil War is size changing, and this represents the heroes and villains using their powers to change their size. But in the effect in the game, size changing with that symbol means that if you have played a card with that symbol on it this turn, you can recruit this card for 2 less, which for this card is free. And if a villain card had size changing with that symbol on it, means if you played a card with that symbol, then you would be able to fight it for 2 less attack. We have phasing, which we can see in Vision's deck here. This represents heroes becoming insubstantial and moving through solid objects. So if a card with phasing is in your hand on your turn, you can swap it with the top card of your deck and get a different card instead. So you can save this card for next turn if you would really need it then instead. Making a return from Dark City, which was the first big expansion for Legendary, we have Bribe, which is where you can fight villains that want to be bribed. You can fight them with a combination of attack and money. And this card also shows a new ability, which is Fortify. So when Colleen Wing escapes, she will fortify the Mastermind. And to do this, you put this card on top of the Mastermind card, and you cannot fight the Mastermind while it's fortified. To get rid of the fortification, you need to fight this villain card from on top of the Mastermind, which you can just do as if it was in the locations in the city. And the last new thing is shield clearance. So if the villain says shield clearance, like this one does, you have to discard a shield hero, such as your starting ones, to be able to fight the villain. And double shield clearance means you need to discard 2 of those heroes every time you want to fight that villain. As well as the new keywords, we have some new card types. So we have special sidekicks, which are pet Avengers, superpowered pets. And you put these in, you shuffle these up into a face down stack. And if you've got the normal sidekicks from Secret War Volume 1, I think these were in, you shuffle it all together and make a face down stack, kind of like when you put the special bystanders in the bystander pile. You now put that face down, and when you recruit a sidekick, it costs 2 as normal. You can do 1 per turn, but you don't know if you're getting a standard sidekick or are you getting one of these new special pet sidekicks, and they've got some interesting powers with them as well. On a similar note, we have grievous wounds now, which are harder to heal than normal wounds. It comes with 15 new ones, and you shuffle these into your normal wound pile so that you have 45 total wounds now. And so it adds a little bit more risk in getting wounded because you don't know if you're getting a standard wound or are you getting one of these much worse things. So healing, you may have the player on your left gain this wound. So that's just going to keep going round and round unless there's some other effect that can get rid of it. And as well as all the new types of things, there are a ton of new heroes, villains, henchmen and things. but I am just going to pick a random assortment of all of the new things and set up a solo game. Okay, and I'm just about ready now. I've used the Assemble app, which is on iOS. I'm not sure if it's on Android, but it's a great little app for randomizing everything, and it always seems to be updated and ready by the time that these come to the UK, which is a little bit later than they get released in America. But we have got for this game, the scheme is Epic Superhero Civil War. So it's got specific instructions for one player. We put 4 heroes in the hero deck. I think you normally only have 3 in the solo game. And we put 9 twists in, more if we had more players. And when a scheme twist comes out, we stack it next to the scheme, and for each twist in the stack, KO a hero from the HQ and refill the space. And we lose the game if the hero deck runs out. The mastermind for this game is Authoritarian Iron Man, who is leading the Superhuman Registration Act. His Master Strike will fortify the next city space to his right and make it harder to attack the people in those cities. And while there is a villain in those spaces, you cannot fight Iron Man. And I am playing with the Advanced Solo mode, which is just basically you include all of the Master Strikes, and when you do a scheme twist, you KO a hero from the HQ and put it at the bottom of the deck. There's just a few little changes to make the solo mode a bit more interesting and a bit more viable with the harder things that come in the expansions. So I've shuffled my deck. I need a hand of cards, and my deck consists of the same things at the start. It's either going to be agents like this, or troopers. Oh, well, the troopers will come later then. I have got just 6 agents in my hand. But the first thing you do on a turn in Legendary is draw from the villain deck, and it's a scheme twist, which isn't great to start really, is it? So I need to, there's 1 scheme twist in the stack now. I need to KO something from here. I think let's get rid of this Daredevil card. It sounds cool, but we have to get rid of something. And then we refill the space, and it's another Cloak and Dagger card. Also, because it was a scheme twist in general, I need to KO something and put it at the bottom of the deck. And since there's 2 of these out, I will just KO this and put it at the bottom of the deck. So there are no villains to fight, which is good because I have no attack value. I do have 6 recruit power though. So I could potentially get these 2 cards. Let's take a look at them. They're split cards, the new divided cards. So this is Captain America Secret Avenger. If I played this side, it would let me gain a sidekick. This side lets me have 2 attack power. And on the Cloak and Dagger one, this gives me 2 attack power, and this gives me 3 recruit power, usable only to recruit heroes in the HQ space under the sewers. So that would be this first recruit space here. I think that would be a good start to get 2 cards, and they both give me the option of either attack or gaining some cards. I think that would be a good way to spend my 6 recruit power, and I'll draw back up to 6, which should be my only remaining 6 cards. So all 4 of the troopers should come out, and then I have 2 recruit power, which isn't great. So new turn, I draw from the hero deck, and it's a Master Strike. So the Master Strike means that Iron Man has fortified the bridge. Any villain here is going to get 3 extra attack power, and I cannot fight Iron Man if there is a villain in the bridge. And I'll just leave this Master Strike here to remind me that it's fortified. And in the Advanced Solo mode, when you draw a Master Strike, you draw from the villain deck again. And it's another scheme twist. So that's 2 cards need to be KO'd from here. Well, I think there's 2 of this, so let's get rid of this one. And I would really like that Cloak and Dagger one at some point in the future. Let's see, this 2 might be the only one we can buy, so let's get rid of this other Cloak and Dagger card. I don't want to get rid of these cards, but I just have to. And we should have got rid of the 2 card. There was a lot more coming out. So it means there's still no enemies have come out. So this 4 attack power is wasted. But I do have 2 recruit power. So I can either recruit Daredevil, and this is Avengers Daredevil. I can look at the top 2 cards of your deck, draw one and put the other back. I like cards that let me draw more cards. Or we can have this divided card from Peter Parker, and he can either rescue a bystander and 1 attack, or Aunt May can provide her hot bowl of soup and give me 1 recruit power, and you may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. I think I need the attack power. I am going to recruit Peter Parker. So my new hand, I haven't drawn any of my nice new cards yet. What do we draw from the villain deck for this turn? So we have our first enemy, Iron Spider. So ambush, fortify your deck. While Iron Spider fortifies a player's deck, that player draws one fewer card at the end of their turn. To fight him, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's worth 2 victory points or less, he fortifies the deck of the player on your left. So he is going to go on my deck now as a reminder that he has fortified it, and I'm going to draw less cards. So let's play these 2 cards to give me 2 attack power, and I can attack Iron Spider from on the top of my deck, but we have to reveal the next villain card. And let's see. He's worth 4 points, so we're okay there. We know it's Yellow Jacket coming up next as well. So he is taken out and he goes into my victory pile now. So I spent those, and I have 4 recruit power to spend. So I think I would definitely like to recruit one of these Daredevil cards. Let me draw some more things. So I can afford either Bold Leadership, which would give me extra recruit power for each hero class I have, but I think all of these are Avengers apart from the cards I start with. So let's just take the other Daredevil card with my other 2 money. So this is my new hand, 3 agents, 2 troopers, and we have the Captain America stroke Battlestar card. But let's see what the villain is first. Oh yeah, it's Yellow Jacket, I remember. So, Yellow Jacket has size changing, so if I have played a card with the tech symbol, I can fight him for 2 less attack power. If he escapes, he's going to fortify the hero deck, and he will KO any heroes costing 7 or more. That's terrible. So we can take him out for 5 if we play a tech card, but I definitely haven't got one in my hand, or the power to take him out. So there is nothing to attack. Basically, I can't get 7. The most I can get is 4. If I played this side of the divided card and then these 2 here, I could get 4 attack, but that's no good for anything. So I might as well play this to gain a sidekick, and we look at the now face down sidekick stack, and we have got a normal sidekick. And sidekicks, when you play them, you may return it to the stack if you do draw 2 cards. So the attack power is no good. But I have 3 recruit power, so I could either recruit Peter Parker, Conflicted Loyalties, and that gives me an attack, a recruit, and it's a tech card, so it might help me fight Yellow Jacket. And if I already played another tech card, I can use its power of reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 2 or less, draw it, and that's on a lot of Spider-Man cards. But I think I'm going to use my 3 power to recruit a shield officer, which gives me 2 recruit power in 1 card, just so I've got some chance of getting this Cloak and Dagger card. So another card from the villain deck. We have a Master Strike. So now that space is going to be fortified as well. So it's going to be harder and harder to be able to attack Iron Man. And this is my hand. A lot of special cards this turn. So I might as well play these Daredevils first, which will let me look at the top 2 cards of my deck, draw 1 and put the other back. So I have an agent and an agent, so I think I'll draw an agent and put an agent back. I'll play the other Daredevil, and let's see, I've got an agent or a trooper. So I suppose this depends on what I want to do. So I can see that I can make 2, 3, 4 attack. So if I got this 5 attack, Peter Parker has a tech symbol on him, and we would be able to take out Yellow Jacket. So I think that will be what we do. So I've taken this from the second Daredevil card. Then I will play Cloak's side of that divided card. I'll play Peter Parker's side of that divided card, which means I'll rescue a bystander. And it's a special one. When you rescue this bystander, you get 2 recruit power, and you can only use it to recruit people under the bank. So that is this Captain America card. So I'll deal with that in a second after we've done this attack. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5 attack power. And Yellow Jacket is 7, but reduced by 2 if I've played a tech card, which I have. It counts as me just playing the Peter Parker side. So Yellow Jacket is taken out, and there's no fight effect, so nothing special happens. And I've scored 4 more points. So all of those cards are done with. And I just have left my recruit power. So that's a shame. I get 2 extra recruit power, only usable to recruit Captain America, but I only have 2 more money, so it's not quite enough. Let's recruit this Peter Parker with my 2. and the banker will just go in my victory pile. So let's find another villain. It's another scheme twist, so I need to get rid of 3 cards from here. So let's get rid of this Peter Parker, that one there. I'm trying to keep the ones that I want to gain, and let's get rid of this other Cloak and Dagger. We've already got that one. There we go. There we are, more standard hand this time. So I have 2 attack power, which is no good, but 4 recruit power. So I could take the other Captain America, gain a sidekick. I could have this more powerful Cloak and Dagger card, and it's got phasing, so I could put it back at the top of my deck if I don't want it right now. I think I'll take this. So that goes into my discard pile, and that's the end of my turn. So new from the villain deck, it's a bystander, and since there are no villains who can capture this bystander, the mastermind is going to capture her. So that's my new hand. And let's see, there's nothing for me to attack, so let's not worry about that. So let's play Captain America to gain a sidekick. Oh, it's a special one. So KO a card from your hand or discard pile, put this on the bottom of the sidekick stack. So in terms of money, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if I can draw a tech card, I would get an extra recruit. Let's play this sidekick. So I draw 2 cards and return him to the sidekick stack. So we didn't draw anything with a tech power, but now I've got 8 recruit power, so I'm going to use 7 of that 8. And I'm going to recruit this Ultimate Cloak and Dagger card, which would help with all of my divided cards. And I've bought quite a few, I think. So let's see the next. Let's fill that back up. Oh, this is Daredevil's Ultimate card. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. If they have different costs, get 2 extra attack and repeat this process. Wow. And that's 4 attack just in itself. So that would be nice. Let's see what the villain card is. It's another scheme twist. So there are now 4 in the stack. I think I'll get rid of this one and this one. It's a lot of the cheap ones. This 6 one maybe, but I like divided cards. And this is good for other Avenger cards. Let's get rid of this Daredevil. That's 3, I think. And then 4 for that other Captain America card. And there we are. We're all caught up. So it's just another scheme twist again, so still nothing to attack, but I don't feel like I'm building up my force fast enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a very standard hand this turn. So I have 3 attack that isn't quite up to Iron Man's 12. And I have just Peter Parker can rescue a bystander. There's no point KOing a wound. So can I buy anything with 2? I can take Spider-Man Unmasked, which would get me more sidekicks, or I could just hire a sidekick right now. Let's play Peter and try and rescue a bystander again, and hopefully I'll get a special one. So when you kidnap this bystander, kidnap another bystander. Oh, there we go. So and it says kidnap because I think that's from the villains pack where you kidnap bystanders rather than rescue them. So I've got 2 points there, but it's not helped me get any more money. So I only have 2 cash. I am tempted to get the Spider-Man. Let's take Spider-Man. And my 3 attack is wasted. So we have another one of those Captain America cards. Let's see. The next villain card. Oh, here we go. A henchman. Cape Killers. It's shield clearance, so I need to discard a shield card to be able to fight them. And then I KO a card from my discard pile. And I need 3 attack to be able to fight them in the first place. And for that last scheme twist, I'll need to do an extra one, I've just remembered, and put it on the bottom of the deck. Let's just get rid of that Captain America card. So, this is my hand. Let's get the Daredevils out of the way first. So, look at the top 2 cards of my deck, draw 1 and put the other back. Oh. Now these are very good. Let's take this Cloak and Dagger. Although it's not great for right now because I would like a lot of divided cards. Let's play the other Daredevil, and yep, out of the 2, let's take that divided card. So I can play this, and whenever I play a divided card, play both sides as if they were two different cards, and 4 attack. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach 12 though. So I've got 6 attack and 3 recruit power usable under the sewers, which we might as well use to recruit this Peter Parker again. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I can't play this power because I haven't already played a tech card. Even though this is one, you have to have already played one. So I have an 8 attack, which isn't quite enough, but I do have 1, 2, 3 more money. Oh, and what's just come out is Captain America's Ultimate one. Whenever you play a sidekick or another Avenger hero this turn, set that card aside. At the end of your turn, put those cards on the bottom of your deck in random order before you draw your new hand. So I think I am going to use the 3 to buy this other divided card, which can potentially give me 2 more attack power. And we reveal another cheap Daredevil card. But they have been very useful to me. I almost forgot though, I've got all this attack, and there's a Cape Killer just waiting there. So we can discard this trooper that's not going to be used anyway. So we can fight him using 3 of our plentiful attack power. And to fight him, I need to KO a card from my discard pile. Well, I am going to... There's not much in my discard pile. There's just the card I just bought and the trooper I discarded. So I will KO this trooper. So I did something in that turn, at least. Let's see, next villain card, it's another Scheme Twist, so I'm going to have to get rid of 5 cards from here now. So let's get rid of the Daredevil card. We're going to have to get rid of an Ultimate card, aren't we? This Captain America card. 2. I think this Daredevil card. And this Daredevil card. And 1 more. And let's do this cheap Spider-Man card. And then for the Scheme Twist coming out, I need to put something on the bottom. So since we've got 2 of this Captain America card, I'll put that at the bottom. And no, nothing to attacks. We want to get to this 12. But I don't want these cards anymore. It would be nice to thin out my deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So KO a card from your hand or discard pile. Put this on the bottom of the sidekick stack. I think I'm going to KO an agent from my discard pile, and Zabu goes back to the sidekick stack. And then for this turn I have 3 attack, which is useless, and 2 money, which I will use to recruit a sidekick. And it's a special one, Throg, special sidekick. He gives 2 recruit power once per turn. Once this turn, if you made at least 6 recruit power, get 2 attack and put this on the bottom of the sidekick stack. That's good. Let's see the villain deck. Master Strike, so this is fortified now. But not many villains have come out. And after a Master Strike, we draw again. Oh dear. Who shuffled these? And a Scheme Twist. Well, there are 9 in there. And there aren't many villains that you put in there. So I have to get rid of 6 now. Let's see. 1, 2... 3, just because there's another one of that. 4, 5, 6. There we go. And I have to put one at the bottom of the deck, so let's just do this cheap Peter Parker. Oh, and there's another one. So this card has phasing, and I don't particularly want to use it yet, so I'm going to phase it with the top card of my deck. And I could use Aunt May, KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. That's not so useful, but I have got the recruit power. And then I've already played an instinct card. So after playing this, gain a sidekick and put it on top of your deck. So the sidekick is just a standard one. That goes on the top of my deck. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit power. So we should either do Captain America, who would help with all of the Avengers that I've got, and give me a lot of attack. I think that's the best option. Otherwise, we can take this Cloak and Dagger, which would let me KO the weaker cards, which would be very nice. I think to try and get the attack up, let's grab Captain America. And we have another expensive Daredevil to replace it. So, new villain card. And another Iron Spider. There we go. We know what that does. It fortifies my deck. Iron Spider's fortifying my deck and is going to cause me problems at the end of the turn. But I have got so many divided cards. So many choices, and then just this little trooper kind of standing there in awe. Okay, I have a sidekick. Let's return him to the stack and draw 2 cards. And wow, There we go. Cloak and dagger. So Iron Spider might have to just take a back seat for now, because I think it's time to hit Iron Man. So whenever I play a divided card, they count as if they were two different cards. So this is going to be a bit of a long thing. So 1 attack, rescue a bystander. It's a special one. When you rescue it, you can KO a hero or one from your discard pile. I'm going to KO this guy. I don't think I'm going to need him. And then he goes into the victory pile. We can play above and below. So that gives me 3 extra money usable to recruit heroes under the sewers. So I might be able to get this guy. Then I can gain a sidekick. That's just a standard one in my discard pile. And again. And this is Red Wing. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Draw 1, put the rest back in any order. That's another one from my discard pile. And then this one, I don't think I want to use its phasing ability. But I used it before, didn't I? That's a good job that I used that phasing thing. So I've already played a covert, so that's going to count. And I've already played a ranged in the very first card that I played. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 attack. So I am going to hit Iron Man where it hurts. And to do that, you just grab one of these cards underneath him randomly. And so I have attacked him. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a villain, it enters the city space that authoritarian Iron Man is fortifying. Oh, so that leads me to believe that he only fortifies one space at a time. Okay, let's go. So Cape Killers. They enter the city space that authoritarian Iron Man is fortifying, which is the bank. So I assume that he's not fortifying these ones. So not only do they get +3, we cannot attack Iron Man again until they are gone. So that goes in my victory pile. And then we can try and attack Iron Spider. I've got 2 more attacks, so we reveal the top card from the villain deck, and it's Ms. Marvel. 3 victory points. As long as it's more than 2, then that gets rid of Iron Spider. And now we've got a ton of money. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, not a ton. 5, 6, 7 though, just enough to recruit this guy, and we can use that 3 power because it's underneath the sewers. So this will let me reuse sidekicks and Avenger cards, and it will work well with that other Captain America card that I recruited not long ago. Okay, so there we go, Ms. Marvel, and when she escapes, she will fortify an HQ space. There we go. After that amazing turn, we have to have a turn like this. So let's play Peter Parker and gain a sidekick. So that's just a standard one. And I didn't have any cards to affect it. I have 3 attack, but I need 3 extra, don't I, to attack those Cape Killers right now. So I have 3 money, and I will use that 3 money to grab this divided card. Everything is looking very expensive, but I have been getting rid of the cheaper options. So we have a cheap Daredevil there. Okay, so villain card, Master Strike. So Iron Man is now going to be fortifying this space, and I probably should have been putting him on there, I've just realised. And that is 3, 4, 5. That's all of his Master Strikes. And it's actually going to be hard to fight him though, isn't it? Because whenever there's a hero in this space, we can't fight Iron Man. And we do another card when there is a Master Strike drawn, and She-Hulk. So she gets a bit weaker if we've played one of the strength cards, and she fortifies the villain deck if she escapes. But at the moment, it's 11 to fight her without the size changing, and I can't fight Iron Man until that is empty. But these have been made a lot easier, so hopefully we can take those out. So let's play Daredevil first and draw the top 2 cards. Draw 1 and put 1 back. And it's 2 agents. There we go. And let's play this money first. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 money with Throg. If you made at least 6 money, get 2 attack. 7 money I've got. So I could buy something for 7 money. which is so unfortunate. It's very, very close to being able to do this, but I think we should take this one that's going to let me get rid of the cost 0 cards or draw more expensive cards based on what I want to do. And let's see, I have 1, 2, 3 attack, and +1 for each sidekick and other Avengers hero. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attack I have, which is enough to attack these two. If I had 1 extra money, so I should not have played that and just saved it because I still had 6 money to activate his power. So I would discard this to be able to fight the Cape Killers, and then I can KO a card from my discard pile. I'm going to KO the card I just discarded. I still have 5, so let's attack Miss Marvel. And that was my turn. I already recruited. So this is my hand for this turn. Let's draw a villain card, and it's another She-Hulk. So that's not going to help me fight Iron Man, is it? Let's see, we can play Daredevil first, draw 2 and keep 1. No, it's better to take the sidekick, and then the sidekick I can put back in the deck to draw 2 more things. So let's keep an eye on that sidekick just to show I played it, because I've just drawn this that cares about me playing sidekicks. And I have to choose what side I'm going to play all of these. So I can play this side with Captain America and gain a sidekick. And that's the tiger again, Zabu. And I do that because I'm giving up 2 attack, but I'm going to be able to use that strength symbol to weaken She-Hulk by 2. So I'll play this just for 3 attack, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a ton of attack basically, and we can just take She-Hulk out. Actually, instead of playing this as attack, I could have played Peter Parker, because then I would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attack, which is still more than enough, and then I've got this for some money. So I rescue a bystander. It's a special one. When you rescue this bystander, you can KO a wound. I don't have any yet, but I now have 6 cash instead of the small amount I would have had, so I can recruit this nice Daredevil card. New villain card, and it's the Cape Killers, so this might be the turn where I can attack Iron Man, because I can attack these for 6, so I'm going to need 18 attack, so it's going to be very difficult. I don't feel like this is going to be a very hopeful game. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So let's do the sidekick straight away and draw 2 cards. Okay, so we've got a lot of split cards. Well, only 3, but this is still very good. This is a lot of attack. So let's do Daredevil, draw 2 and keep 1. And we might as well take the divided card since we've got Penumbra. So let's play this. So whenever we play a divided card, they count as 2 different cards. I can play Spider-Man to gain a sidekick and put it straight on the top of my deck, which maybe I should have done sooner thinking about it now. I'll play that for its 5 attack, and then we set all of the Avenger cards aside. So this should be the first card, really, because then I can set all of these cards aside and they will just get put on the bottom of the deck, so I'll get to use them again. So I have 10 attack right now. I need 18, because they're 6 and he's 12. So I have 10, 11, 12 if I play that side, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 technically. So I have just enough, But actually, as great as all these plans are, I've just realised I need shield clearance to be able to fight these guys, and I don't have it. That's terrible. So there is no point getting all of that attack, because all I need is 6 attack to be able to fight She-Hulk. And I've got that just from playing these cards that are already up here. And let's play him to gain a sidekick. Oh, it's Lockjaw the dog. So I can play all of the rest of this as money now. So let's gain another sidekick with Captain America, standard one. I have 2 money, 5 if I want to buy this card. That's really disappointing. Everything all worked out. And it was only going to be the second attack on him out of 4, but as great as it seemed, I didn't have a shield agent, which is surprising because I've only KO'd 2 of them, I think. So let's see, villain card. It's Miss Marvel, who is going to make it so I would need 20 to be able to attack Iron Man now. So let's see. Let's play Miss Lion first. So rescue a bystander. When you rescue this bystander, it becomes a villain with 3 attack and enters the city. Oh, so that makes it a little bit easier to fight Iron Man. But I'm looking at it, I haven't got any attack. And then draw a card. And then we have Red Wing. Draw the top 3 cards and put the rest back in any order. Let's see, let's take this just so I have 3 attack so I can take out the Cape Killers. So I have 3 attack. I will discard this agent to be able to attack these guys. And I need to KO a card from my discard pile. I will KO another agent. So then I just have 3 money to spend. Let's get another divided card. I don't know if there's time to attack Iron Man the number of times we need to. Scheme Twist, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards need to be discarded. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I don't think there's enough to withstand another Scheme Twist. And I need to put something at the bottom of the deck, so let's do that one. My turn. Oh, we've got the startings of a good turn. Let's see, draw the top 2 cards and put one back. Let's see. They've both got the same amount of attack, so... Okay, I need... What do I need? I need 18 attack. I don't think it's happening. Let's see. So these are 2 different cards, so gain a sidekick. It's the froggy sidekick. I'll gain another sidekick. Cat sidekick. So attack 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 attack is all I have. I've played strength cards, so 6 and a 5. I can kill both of these, or KO them. And then I have got 2, 4 cash. But I feel like this is pretty... I'm circling the drain here. And the next villain card, it is Yellow Jacket, which means I need, what, 19, 22 to be able to attack Iron Man now. So I can shuffle the cards around again. Let's choose a number and reveal the top card of your deck. Let's see. I pick 6. No, 0. I will play this. KO a card from your hand or discard pile. And KO this. And then I can play this. Gain a sidekick and put it on top of my deck. It's a standard one. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 attack, which is nowhere near enough. I can take this out, of course, and then KO one of your heroes to fight it. So let's just KO Peter Parker. The sidekick goes away, and I can put all of these at the bottom of the deck, but since I don't have a discard pile, that's not great for me. Villain card, it's a Scheme Twist, and so I need to discard 8 cards. So this should be full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that is going to be the end of the game. I have lost quite miserably. I only attacked Iron Man once, but I hope that you understand by now that these are not strategy guides. A point came in the expansions of Civil War where I stopped being able to be very good at it. That said, I'm sure I missed a few things that would have made the game harder. Like, I'm sure I skipped drawing an extra villain card once on the Master Strikes, or KOing some things. I can't remember quite what, but I'm sure I've messed up somewhere. But there we have it. I had a very big deck full of cards, but not quite a great deck that worked together, really. But I hope that gave you an idea of some of the new things that are in the Civil War expansion. It's got some really interesting things. I really like the idea of these divided cards. They give you a lot of options. I just couldn't use them to my advantage in this game. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you for the next video. Bye.